They said no man could survive a single hour in that pit. Yet when the king rushed there at dawn, he didn't find bones. He found a miracle. This is the story of Daniel, a foreigner in Persia, carried a wisdom so sharp and a character so pure that even his enemies could not find a single fault in him. So they attacked the one thing they couldn't corrupt, his devotion to God. They tricked the king into signing a law that no one could pray to any god except Darius, a trap designed with only one man in mind. Daniel knew the decree. He knew the punishment, but he also knew his God. So he walked into his room, opened his window wide, and prayed boldly, fearlessly, publicly, as if daring the world to test his faith. The officials burst in with triumph, dragging Daniel's fate with them. King Darius realized he had been deceived, but the law of the Medes and Persians could not be undone. His heart broke as the guards led Daniel to the lion's den. The entrance opened, and the ground trembled with the growl of hungry beasts. Yet Daniel stood calm, not because he was fearless, but because he was faithful. The king looked at him, fighting tears. "May your God, whom you serve continually, rescue you." But what happened inside was not death, it was divine intervention. As the moon rose high, something brighter filled the den. A warm, heavenly light. The presence of God's angel descended, silencing the lions in an instant. The beasts that had devoured countless men now lay at Daniel's feet like silent shadows. Not one dared to touch him. Meanwhile, King Darius spent the night pacing, praying, refusing food, refusing sleep, a king crushed by his own decree. At dawn, he ran to the den with desperation gripping his soul. He cried out with trembling hope, "Daniel, has your God been able to rescue you?" Silence, then a steady voice from the darkness. "My God sent his angel, and he shut the lions' mouths. I am unharmed." The king collapsed in relief. Daniel was lifted out, not a bruise, not a scratch, not even dust on his clothing. Envy had plotted his death, but faith wrote his victory. Justice was swift, and the king declared throughout his entire empire that Daniel's God is the living God, the one whose power no law, no plot, no lion could ever overcome. And Daniel lived on, prospering, honored not because he avoided danger, but because he trusted God through it. A man of faith, a kingdom in awe, and a miracle that still echoes through the ages.